Captain, what brings you here?
Hi Mr. Jigu, while flying across the globe I see a lot of interest is being generated towards air cargo. Can you kindly provide a quick brief on distribution as well as cost analysis? As why air cargo is better than other modes of transportation, that is shipping, rail and road transportation, especially for international shipping.
Captain, nice to have you here, and it is surprising that flying crew getting interested in air cargo. I appreciate your presence. It has really elevated air cargo stakeholders.
Thank you. I believe in learning.
Captain, transportation is an important way to move human beings as well as goods from one place to other. Transportation mainly depends on need to move things from place of their availability to place of their use. There are various ways to move goods, commodities, either through surface, land, sea, road, rail and air.
Thanks, I understand.
As briefed, cargo transportation can be by road, rail, sea and air. But we need to bifurcate it into two categories, that is domestic and international. Further, it can be divided into domestic and international segments. As far as international cargo is concerned, it mostly moves on sea or air and are part of world road infrastructural issues as well as strict borders.
Oh, I see.
In fact, sea cargo appears to be cheaper on face of it. Air cargo transportation is in reality cheaper considering many advantages it offers to shippers.
Can you specify some?
Speed is the main reason why air cargo remains the most preferred mode of transportation. Who knows better than you, as your jet reaches 955 kilometers in an hour, while as rail may take 20 hours, road 15 hours and ship 20 hours for same distance. So in air cargo you have an edge.
Oh yeah, we are the fastest.
Just to apprise, a minimum handling is required for air cargo in comparison to other modes, because goods move in minimum dwelling time. You will be surprised that cargo can be accepted approximately 6 hours before departure for international and 3 hours before departure for domestic, though it can be dynamic based on airports as well as based on the efficiencies of ground handlers worldwide. Approximately 35% of global trade and value moves through air cargo. That is roughly $8 trillion annually. In the year 2024, air cargo volumes are expected to reach 62 million tons.
Interesting.
Air cargo has minimum exposure to risks. For example, you must have heard about Red Sea, Ukraine war and many geopolitical issues besides others risky proposition nervous to companies' business.
Understand.
Minimum damage airlines and airports are the most secured infrastructure in the world. Therefore, damage and pilferage is rare unless stakeholders involved not doing the proper jobs by mitigating such risks.
Correct. While loading of cargo, we also see the condition of cargo. We also monitor dangerous goods, pets and perishables. The packaging need to improve, especially for perishables. Ha ha ha.
For air cargo you need minimum insurance coverage, as you are well covered within the condition of contract, unless your shipper or agent being in fault besides others stakeholders' negligence. Minimum packing sufficient to bear breaking based on approved safety requirements. Since in shipping and road your shipments may come in contact with heavy cargo, therefore you need more safety.
Okay.
Minimum packing cost means saving. Speedy transportation, quick delivery, minimization of costs in every respect optimizes profits.
Oh great, the subject is interesting. I want to know more.
Captain, generally the sales team provide an interesting proportion to clients, especially shippers. How would you like to make money out of air? Sounds fantastic, but it is possible. Please provide us with some basic information on your foreign trade, import or export. We will show you how air cargo can be cheaper than sea.
Fantastic.
Contrary to popular belief, air cargo is no longer an expensive luxury. It is a commercial necessity. Especially in today's demanding, competitive world of international trade, where costs of financing and stock holding are very high. There is a greater need for faster cash flow and financial liquidity.
Oh, good one. Financial prudence is very important.
By application of the total distribution cost analysis, it can be proved that in many cases of comparison between air and sea distribution, the total distribution cost involved is cheaper in the case of air cargo, though a mere superficial comparison between the air freight and sea freight rates might indicate otherwise.
Appreciate.
The total distribution cost analysis takes into consideration not merely the cost of transportation, but additionally, several other factors such as inventory and storage costs as well as revenues and costs related to ordering, production, administration, financing including sales. Only the complete considerations of factors will actually make it possible to find the most profitable way of distribution.
Oh, very professional.
Captain, the major constituents of total distribution cost include 1. Inventory carrying costs. Due to the large lead time in procurement of items by means other than air cargo, there is a need to maintain correspondingly high inventory level of stock or goods. This, therefore, increases the inventory carrying costs such as costs of blocked capital, warehousing, administration, accounting, etc.
Agreed.
2. Capital cost of goods in transit. Capital can be released by changing the proportion of output which is in transit, by reducing the transit time. Therefore, the capital cost of goods in transit can be decreased with the corresponding reduction in transit stock, which is possible by air transportation. 3. Obsolescence. When designs change rapidly, obsolescence reduces the market value of products due to the influence of rapid advances in technology. Air distribution can overcome the problem and the effect of obsolescence can be minimized. This is particularly important in industries like fashion, good, etc.
Very smart.
4. Packing. Less packing is involved in air cargo transportation and therefore also reduces the handling costs, lowering the unpacking costs, and also lowers the chargeable weight for air cargo.
Good.
5. Insurance. Due to reduced transit time, better handling, substantial reduction in damage and greater air security, insurance premiums are lower for air cargo.
Oh.
6. Breakage. Damage in transit is reduced considerably for air cargo. Routes are generally more direct without any transshipment. The handling equipment is more sophisticated, and with the advent of wide-body aircrafts, there is further improvement due to containerization or palletization.
I understand. Very useful information.
7. Pilferage. The amount of pilferage is reduced by air transportation. 8. Deterioration. Studies of air transportation have shown that the increased speed and frequency of services has overcome the problems of deterioration. This problem is particularly important for items such as pharmaceutical and chemicals, in which case potency reduces with increased transit time.
Very important.
9. Surface transportation. It has been found that the cost involved in surface transportation from the place of manufacturing to airport of departure, and similarly at destination, is much lesser in air transportation, as the availability of airports is at convenient locations as compared to seaports which have to be necessarily located near maritime outlets only. So this provides an edge to air cargo.
True.
10. Other cost and revenue factors. In addition to the transportation and distribution costs mentioned, several other criteria of the particular transport mode chosen have an influence on other costs related to ordering, administration, sales and financing.
Good explanation. I am impressed.
The advantages advised should also be examined and evaluated by both consignee and shipper to find a profitable way of distribution in dynamic world successfully.
Thanks, Mr. Jigu. It was really nice to hear. So I summarize what I absorbed?
Sure.
On the cost side, the use of air freight can reduce inventory costs, capital cost of goods in transit, warehousing costs, packaging costs, insurance costs, etc. On the service side, air freight drastically reduces the lead time and helps overcome problems of obsolescence, deterioration, pilferage, etc. Moreover, due to efficient handling system, it minimizes damage or loss.
Captain, you really absorbed it very fast. Excellent. Captain, it may be added in the case of capital goods, plants, equipment and machinery, the expeditious movement of these items by air enables commissioning of projects earlier and thereby an increased gains, which would be more than offset the differential between the sea and air costs of distribution.
Yes.
In the end, on marketing side, it adds a new competitive edge to the total marketing efforts as well as enables tapping of new markets. Its unsurpassed speed, quality of service adds value to any product, improve production and marketing cycles, and generates a better image of the shipper. Thanks, Captain, that's all I little know.
It was really an honor to be here and we'll understand the subject. Carry on your good work.
Thanks, Captain.